Hey, it's Steve here on Steve Shetler Media. We are doing the Iowa Music Showcase live at Barnwired. How are we doing today? Hey, got a small but mighty crowd here at Barnwired in Sigourney. We've got Jake Simon standing by. And first, we'll be talking to Melissa. Melissa, you know the drill. I'll give you the microphone, and you can... Oh, you got your hands full. I'll hold the microphone. You want me to hold this for you? There you go.
Trade you. Yes. So first off, our lunch special today is baked tilapia over rice with glazed baby carrots. And we'll be having a Lent meal every Friday until Easter. So just note that. There'll be something fish related on Fridays. Steve here is modeling our new container of protein balls that we have for sale.
White.
Yes.
Send you a letter.
And they're selling for $5.50 for a container of 6. So stop by and get some protein balls for a pick-me-up this afternoon. I'm going to switch hands and show you the popcorn here. And you've seen this in our front window, and now it is 20% off. So come in, grab a gift for your mail carrier or teacher or just a snack on the afternoon. So 20% off for popcorn.
I'll hold that for you.
And then the last thing is we still have room in our paint and sip event that's coming up. You're going to get to paint this lovely little gnome guy for St. Patrick's Day, Saturday, March 2. The cost is $35. You can stop in the store to register, or there's an event page on our Facebook page to sign up. So that's what's going on at Barnwired.
Awesome. Ooh, and I see there's some Oreos in it. You might not get this back.
Okay.
Again, get in here to Barnwired for these specials, the paint and sip coming up, and all the good stuff here at Barnwired in Sigourney as we are doing today's Iowa Music Showcase. Yeah, a little bit snowy, a little bit slick out this morning. Winter reminding us that it is still around, but Jake Simon hanging out with me. Now, Jake and I, we go back a few years now.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how many years it's been.
It's coming up on, I think, 7 years now.
7 years, wow.
Which is absolutely mind-blowing.
Yeah, it is.
When I met you, I think I was 18.
All right.
The first time. I'm 25 now.
Wow, and I'm just old.
I was literally basically a child the first time I came on your show.
I was old when we met, and now I'm even older.
I remember. Yeah. I'm starting to feel old.
So, yeah, because I remember the story between Jake and I meeting was, I don't remember who it was. You might remember who it was. I don't know. But somebody had sent me a video of your first song that you had recorded. I remember it featured you, I think, playing football and stuff like that.
That was my second song.
All right.
Was called My Town, yeah.
Yes, My Town. Someone sent that to me when I was on the radio, and I was like, oh, this is some good stuff. In radio, as music director, you get sent a lot of music, and a lot of it is not good. So I was expecting, this is probably not going to be very good, but it was good. And thus forged our relationship. I got a hold of Jake. We had several interviews on the radio over the years, and now here we are doing video. Jake coming in for our Iowa Music Showcase today. And I think you actually reached out to me. You were like, hey, I want to be on your show.
Oh.
So,
Wow. How could you not? Especially now with a live crowd. It's like,
yes, got a live
it's
crowd.
even more nerve-wracking.
Yeah, more nerve-wracking. We got the nice ambiance here at Barnwired in Sigourney. You can hear the coffee machine going off in the background. We were doing this last week where the coffee machine makes that noise right in the middle of your song, or Jim's over there in the kitchen dinging that the meal is ready. So yeah, it's fun. We always have fun here at Barnwired in Sigourney. So Jake, for those people that aren't familiar with you, let's do the normal spiel. Tell folks about yourself, where you come from, all that good stuff.
I grew up in Tama, Iowa, graduated from Grinnell, played football. That was like my whole life, it's the only thing I cared about. And then went to college, started playing music with some buddies, and I realized very shortly into college that I was not going to finish it.
Okay.
Just because
it wasn't your thing.
But no, I was like, we were having so much fun and getting paid to play gigs and stuff, it was like I spent less and less time studying, more and more time playing music and writing songs and everything, and that just obviously was not going to work out. So
yeah.
I went all in on music, and then we met and played a bunch of shows and, did the radio thing, and now here we are.
Yeah, I mean, I like to say when I was in college, I majored in playing video games in my dorm room, so you just majored in playing music in front of people. So
yeah, well, actually, I will admit something. I never had Wi-Fi growing up.
Okay.
So when I went to college, it was my first time having Wi-Fi. and I learned about online video games.
Okay.
Which
Did you get hooked?
for short term, that was why I didn't go to class. And my mom and dad are probably not going to be happy about
Yeah.
that one, but it's
Yeah,
true.
video games, they can suck you in pretty quick.
Yeah.
But
So I shut that down. Music was the outlet.
so you're a big athlete in school. Where'd you go to school?
Grinnell or college.
Or either one
I went to college at UNI and went to high school in Grinnell.
in Grinnell. Okay, all right. So you were a Panther. Did you play any sports there?
No,
Okay.
always knew I was going to play football in college, but I had a horrendous slip and slide accident.
Slip and slide.
Well,
It sounds funny.
I don't know how much time we have.
Go ahead.
but-
Let's hear the slip and slide story.
This was like right after my senior year of high school, so state track had just gotten done. So I was literally at my fastest point of the year,
Yeah.
which is an important part of this story, because we had this big slip and slide going down into the pond at my house, and I thought it would be a good idea. You know, we did the whole baby oil all over it, and I thought it'd be a good idea to run as fast as I could, jump on a skimboard on my feet, and go down this hill into the pond. It hadn't rained. We were in a drought.
Okay.
So, I mean, the clay was just, it was like concrete.
Yeah.
And I was going so fast, and the board kicked out from under my feet, and I smashed my head like way before I could put my hands up or anything. And I don't remember anything.
Really?
Not from the whole day. I don't remember the day before. I don't remember anything until the next morning. I woke up in the hospital, and apparently my parents were freaking out because I kept saying the same things over and over.
Oh, yeah?
I asked my dad, like, was I a state champion in wrestling? And he'd be like, no. And I would literally start crying. 10 seconds later, I'd be like, Dad, was I a state champion in wrestling? And he'd say no, and I would start crying again. Then 10 seconds later, state champion in wrestling, and he'd eventually started saying yes, and I'd be like, really? But he literally, my parents thought I was going to be like that forever.
Oh,
It was
wow.
like 10 hours
That'd
of
be
just
scary.
the same questions over and over. So yeah, I woke up in the hospital, and that was, I think, my fourth concussion, and that one was obviously really serious, and
Yeah.
I knew after that it was football was
Okay.
a thing of the past, so.
So you couldn't take, you definitely don't want to take any more blows to the head.
No, and I
All
think
right.
every concussion gets a little easier because a couple times I've been like wakeboarding or something like that, and
Okay.
my bell rung, and I'm like, oof.
Yeah. Yeah.
I shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah. See, I thought you were just kidding when you said you had a very serious slip and slide accident.
No, people always laugh, but no, it was serious. Like I had this really bad thing where I couldn't get through sentences for like a long time. I'd
Okay.
like fumble over myself over and
Yeah.
over for like months. And I worked at Fairway at the time in the meat department.
Okay.
So I'd have to be like, is there anything else? Can I get you anything else? Like, oh, it was terrible. I
You'd
finally
really have
beat
to
that.
concentrate on what you were saying. Wow, interesting stuff. Don't think I've ever heard that story.
No,
So
I don't think I've told you that story.
interesting. All right. Well, Jake Simon, hanging out here. When did? Well, you know, we'll get into it. I don't know what time it is. It's 11:39, so we're buzzing right along. Where'd your guitar go? Is it? Oh, it's right over there. I couldn't see it. All right. So get your guitar there handy. We'll talk about how you kind of transitioned into music here momentarily, but let's get our first song
All right.
rocking and rolling. What song do you gonna do for us first?
This is a new one. This will be coming out in April. It's called Found My Way Home.
All right, let's do it. Here's Jake Simon on our Iowa Music Showcase.
Well, I've been all around cities and little towns, making wrong turns, made life harder. But you there waiting for me. Feels like I finally see your eyes, they shine like front porch lights. Your smile gives me all the right road signs. Lord knows I've been lost on the wrong road, but your heart feels like I found my way home. Well, driving aimless, life doesn't make sense. You can't get direction without willing for changing. I've been lost on these roads. Feels like I hit my last turn home. 'Cause your eyes, they shine like front porch lights. Your smile gives me all the right road signs. Lord knows I've been lost on the wrong road, but your heart feels like I found my way home. I've been lost on these roads. Feels like I hit my last turn home. 'Cause your eyes, they shine like front porch lights. Your smile gives me all the right road signs. Lord knows I've been lost on the wrong road, but your heart feels like I found my way home. I found my way home. Whoa.
That is Jake Simon here in our Iowa Music Showcase. Again, we're live at Barnwired in the big town of Sigourney, Iowa. And Jake joining me on this Friday. Make sure you stop in here for some lunch at Barnwired. We're coming up on the noon hour and got a lot of great food as usual. So, Jake, we were talking before that song, which you said that's coming out in April, right? Mm-hmm. And is that a new project, or are you more of just you release a single at a time?
Well, I've never wanted to be just releasing a single at a time, but I've kind of always done that. But this is going to be like more of a project. This will be like 5 songs.
Okay, so kind of an EP type of a
EP,
release.
yes.
Okay, awesome. And where did you record that at?
I'm actually producing it myself
Okay.
with my buddy Mitch Schultz, who's helping engineer it, and we're doing that at Sonic Factory in Des Moines.
Okay,
Yeah,
very
that's where
cool.
we work out of.
All right. Oh, nice. All
But
right.
did the Nashville thing for a long time, but
Okay.
decided I want to get the production in my own hands.
Yeah, very cool. Now, price-wise, I'm going to ask you an insider question. Price-wise, is it cheaper to record in Iowa than it is in Nashville? I'm assuming
Wow.
so.
Definitely. I mean, it definitely depends who you go to, but in my case, if I'm producing it myself and working out of a
Yeah.
studio, it's a no-brainer. I can do 5 songs for the price of 1
Sure.
in Nashville.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure those Nashville prices are jacked up.
Yeah, definitely. They're rising with inflation as well. So,
Yeah. When are those prices going to go back to normal? Never.
probably never at this point. Yeah.
So you were an athlete. You went to school, and you've always kind of worked. You aren't afraid to get your hands dirty. You've kind of done construction and stuff like that, right? Is that a family thing?
Yeah. No, my dad started a construction business when I was just a wee lad, and
Okay.
been helping out with that for a long time. So.
Okay. All right. And I know you like to travel to warmer weather. Is that still a thing as well?
Absolutely. Every chance I get. Some years more than others.
Like, what are some of your favorite destinations?
Well, I've been going to Florida my whole life. Ever since I was young, we do a family vacation. Then I got old enough to go on my own, and,
Yeah.
and now I just go whenever I want.
Do I remember you going to Arizona? Was that?
Yep.
Is that okay?
Yep, I've been to Phoenix quite a few times and played shows in Phoenix, and that's always a great time too. But,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. So you went to school. You did a little bit of construction. Is music now your full-time gig?
I mean, I still help out construction for sure.
Okay.
But I try to. It's actually a perfect scenario because my dad owns the company, right? So
Okay.
It's like if music is really busy, then I'm playing music always, and then if music's not so busy, then I'm on a construction crew. So
Okay.
it's kind of the perfect scenario for me at this point.
Awesome. I don't know, how many gigs do you think you're playing in a year's time?
A couple years ago, it was that 40-50 range.
Okay.
Um,
So at that time, about every weekend then.
every weekend, way back in college, probably more than that. But like last year we slowed it down a little bit, and we kind of refocused our objectives on songwriting and recording, and because there was a couple years there where I didn't put out any music.
Yep.
Not to say I wasn't writing, because I was definitely writing, but I don't think I was making it a big enough priority to make, because when you're a songwriter, you don't always know when a song's good or great. Like, you write something and you just think it's good,
Yeah.
and then you don't sit on it long enough, or I just really had to figure out the difference between good and great, and I think that's where I've landed now, and I'm just putting so much more time into making sure they're not good songs. They need to all be great songs.
Great songs, yeah. Well, I know you had put at least one of your songs out to radio here. It's been a few years ago now.
That was 2020, yeah.
Yeah, 2020. Yeah, right during COVID and all that hit. But I remember the promoter at the time that you were working with was like, he was asking me, because, we have the Iowa connection. He's like, where'd this guy come from? He's like, this song is great. He was blown away that an unknown guy like you could have a song. I can't remember which song that was.
I Still Think About You. Yeah.
I Still Think About You. And, that was on a chart at the time. Now, if you're not on a Billboard chart, they don't really understand the inside industry that much. But you had a song at that time that was getting played all across the United States. And it was doing really well. I think did you hit the top 20, top 25, something like that?
Number 26.
Yeah.
That's what it peaked at.
So you were doing really well on, it was called the Music Row chart. So yeah, I mean, you've been putting out great songs. I mean, even since that first song that I heard of yours was, it's just a really well written, put together song. So you've been doing this since the beginning, but it's cool. People tend to put out, they just churn out the songs. And like you said, if you're more looking at the quality of the song as opposed to just the quantity of the songs that you're putting out there, I mean, that speaks a lot for your art.
Yeah, well, I realized too, I don't want to put out a song that I wouldn't put on repeat,
Yeah.
because I find that when I love a song, I play it over and over and over and over. But then I found myself putting songs out that I'm like, I think it's good. I think it's good. I hope people like it. It's like, now it's like kind of my standard. It's like, would I listen to this over and over and over?
Yeah.
If the answer is no, then I'm gonna not put it out.
Yep. Good stuff. Well, looking forward to the new EP. And the first song you say is coming out in April?
Well, I think the whole thing's just gonna come
The whole thing. Okay. All right. But nothing's out there quite yet.
No.
Okay. All right. So we have that to look forward to from you coming up in 2024. Let's go ahead and do our second song of the day. What's up next?
I'm going to do another one that's going to be on the EP. I might as well keep playing new
All
ones
right.
because hopefully all the people who watch this have heard my old songs before.
Yeah.
But this is called In My Mind.
All right. Here's Jake Simon on our Iowa Music Showcase.
Well, you tell me what you're drinking. You'd smile and tap my glass. Bartender would serve another round. We wouldn't even have to ask. You'd keep your fingers on my elbow, spill my heart like a beer. You'd blush and sneak that smile like it's all you need to hear. And we would dance and sing with your arms wrapped around me. You'd be every little bit of mine tonight. And we'd be good to go. I'd be your last call way home. It could just happen once like it does in my mind. You'd introduce me to your people. We'd act like long-lost friends. Feed the rusty old jukebox, so hold you tight with hopeful hands. And you'd pull me close and whisper, this buzz is all you need. I'll be trying not to crumble while you're finally kissing me. And we would dance and sing with your arms wrapped around me. You'd be every little bit of mine tonight. And we'd be good to go. I'd be your last call way home. It could just happen once like it does in my mind. But the truth is that I'm leaving with a buzz and empty hands. You're still singing, you're still dancing with the friends I'd never met. Tonight when I lay down, I'll try to put it all to rest. But that ceiling fan reminds me of your red sundress. And we would dance and sing with your arms wrapped around me. You'd be every little bit of mine tonight. And we'd be good to go. I'd be your last call way home if it could just happen once like it does in my mind.
It's Jake Simon on our Iowa Music Showcase.
Thank you.
Again, we're live at Barn Wired here in Sigourney, Iowa. Stop in for some lunch today. They'll have some great meals for you to take part in. This is we've done the radio thing. We did the radio thing multiple times where it was 5 random questions. Let's do some 5 questions. They're not so random because they're right in front of me. First question for Mr. Jake Simon. Let's see here. How many times? This might go along with your slip and slide story. How many times have you been hospitalized?
Okay, so does like getting your tonsils out count?
Sure.
3.
3. All right. So you had the slip and slide. You had the tonsils. What was the other one?
The other one I was like 8 and I had to get a bunch of teeth pulled.
All right. Okay. All right. Question 2. What is your? This is interesting. What is your favorite part of the human face? When you look at somebody's face, what's the favorite part?
I'm going to go eyes. I think.
Eyes. Okay.
These questions, man. And you never know what you're going to get.
I know. Let's see here. Question 3. What is the first album that you ever bought? Do you remember that?
Oh, boy. I got to think way back to like the LimeWire days.
Okay.
Do you remember that?
I do.
Yeah. I would say
Illegal downloads. You get all sorts of
Yeah.
bugs, and your computer would crash.
That was back when like MP3 players were like just
Yes.
becoming a thing.
Yeah.
I think it was. I can barely remember what I listened to back then. Probably like Dierks Bentley, I think.
All right.
One of his old albums. Yeah.
All right. Question 4. I must have had a second sheet with my other 2 questions on it, but we're just going to go. This is totally random now. Let's see here. How about this? How do you tell a coworker that they have a body odor problem?
Oh, on our construction crew, it's pretty easy. You smell like
Yeah. Take a bath.
construction crew are pretty blunt.
I can imagine. And then question 5, if money was no object, what would be your dream car or your dream vehicle? Are you a car guy?
I'm not much of a car
Okay.
guy. But I do think like those new Corvettes are looking pretty crazy now.
Okay.
And I will say too, what is it? It's called the Ford. I think it's a Ford T-Rex, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a Ford or not, but it's called
Okay.
the T-Rex. It's got some ungodly amount of horsepower,
Yeah.
like 900 horsepower or something.
All right.
Can drive through like 4 feet of water. That'd be cool.
Nice. All right. So that wasn't too bad. Five questions with Jake Simon here on our Iowa Music Showcase. Now, when you were doing your second song there, I was also thinking back because I always recall the story you told me way back when that you met Kip Moore, who is a country singer, pretty famous country singer. I don't know if he's really done much here the last few years as far as like radio hits, but at the time he was a big deal. Are you still a fan of Kip Moore?
Absolutely. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
And so you kind of randomly ran into him. And you went on his tour bus with him, right?
Yeah, he pulled me on his tour bus. I played a song, and we talked, and him and the band, and then he gave me and my girlfriend at the time tickets to the next show, and then he gave us tickets to another one. And
So
I've got to meet him a whole bunch of times and introduce people to him. He's been beyond, nice to all of us, and very thankful for that. And
are you still in touch with him at all, or have you seen him in concert lately?
I wouldn't say we're in touch, no, but
yeah, tight.
no,
You're not trading
but-
texts
but
every.
He knows when we see each other.
Okay.
He knows my name. We
Yeah.
he has a weirdly good memory.
Okay.
Because like he'll remember things I told him like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And like random, and I haven't seen him in a year. And then
Yeah.
he'll like bring it up and it's like, wow, he's very sharp, like way better than me. Because we went to his show in Dubuque, I think right at the end of 2022 was the last time I saw him in concert.
Okay.
And he came to the bar afterwards and
Oh, nice.
and talked and
Just kind of hung out.
introduced him to my mother. And
Nice.
It was pretty cool experience.
This is my friend Kip Moore.
Something like that.
Well, that's cool. I was going to say, before we do our last song here, do you have any gigs coming up? Any big gigs that you want to promote or hype up?
Well, I'm opening for Casey Donahue at
Okay.
Valor Ballroom in Des Moines, West Des Moines on March 2nd. And then I got a headlining show in Des Moines April 26th. So
Okay.
those are the only two around here.
Okay. Is that
Yeah.
where's that April 26th show?
That's in Des Moines.
Is that at Woolies?
Oh, XBK.
At where?
XBK?
XP. That's kind of like the big thing now, isn't it?
It's a newer venue.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like just the step just below Woolies.
Okay. All right. So yeah, check out Jake. Where can they find you online? Are you? I know you're a little bit quiet every once in a while on Facebook and social media.
Yeah. Well,
Are you
yeah,
still working on that?
I am working on that still. You know me. I'm getting better at social media, but yeah, I'm at Jake Simon Music on all platforms.
Okay.
So you can find me everywhere.
All right, and you have some music out there available for people to listen to, stream, or download. How much music is out there right now?
I want to say 13 or 14 songs, I think.
Okay.
But again, I've got a project of 5, and then more in the chamber.
Yeah.
Coming right after that of what I would think is my best work.
Cool. All right, so we're looking forward to that in April. Make sure you let me know when that's out. I'm sure I'll be keeping an eye on you on Facebook as well, and get a little love for that when it comes out. Let's wrap this up with one more song here. Is this another new one that you're going to do for us, or what do you got?
It's a new one, but this is not coming out yet. I just
Okay.
spur of the moment right now just decided I want to do this one.
All right. Yeah, that'll work. Again, Jake Simon here on our Iowa Music Showcase live at Barnwired in Sigourney, Iowa. Jake, go right ahead. Here's Jake Simon.
Well, I believe in sunsets. I believe in you. I believe in the healing, watching a dark sky steal the blue. I believe big dreams are always floating around the air. We could get a little place out of town, pretty girl, we could start there. We're gonna have a couple kids, and no way they'll be as good as you. I'll have to talk to your daddy and ask him what I need to do. He'll say you are different and you are strong like steel. He'll say sometimes it was a little more you teaching him to fly away. I get high when I watch you pave the way. Show me all the good that you're gonna do. Well, I must have needed a little shine. I could feel the devil trying to peek through. God must have knew I needed saving when he sent me an angel like you. While we're talking big dreams, maybe we could start a band. A little back porch picking me, you, the crickets in the heartland. We're gonna face some hard times. There's gonna be a little rain. You never needed any sunshine to have a sunny day. So fly away. I get high when I watch you pave the way. Show me all the good that you're gonna do. Well, I must have needed a little shine. I could feel the devil trying to peek through. God must have knew I needed saving when he sent me an angel like you. Yeah. we're gonna grow old in the blink of an eye. That's the hard part, darling. You can always count on time. I hope he takes me first, and I know it's gonna hurt, but I'll be on a cloud somewhere watching you do God's work. So fly away, I'll be high when I watch you pave the way. Show me all the good that you're gonna do. Well, I must have needed a little shine. I could feel the devil trying to peek through. God must have knew I needed saving when he sent me an angel like you. An angel like you, when he sent me an angel like you.
All right, that is Jake Simon. He is here on our Iowa Music Showcase. We're live at Barnwired in Sigourney. By the way, I got to put a little plug in for myself. Barnwired has agreed to sell the Steve Shetler Media T-shirts here at Barnwired. So, the crowd explodes. The smattering of applause. If you want to buy a Steve Shetler Media T-shirt, you can get it here at Barnwired. So happy to have that happening. But Jake, I know you probably got your own merchandise that people can buy at your gigs. And do you have stuff online, merchandise for sale online?
There's an online store, so you can go to JakeSimonMusic.com and find all that.
All right, JakeSimonMusic.com. Make sure you check him out. This guy's a fantastic singer-songwriter right here in Iowa. Make sure you look for his new EP coming out in April. Looking forward to it. Jake, I appreciate you coming down to Sigourney, and we'll have to do this again in the future.
Thank you very much.
As always.
Thanks, everybody.
It's my friend Jake Simon here at the Iowa Music Showcase at Barnwired in Sigourney, and we'll see you again next Friday here at Barnwired for the Iowa Music Showcase on Steve Shetler Media.